my friends can tell if I'm on or off my ADHD meds, and I always found it kind of funny that they could do that. But I can definitely see why, because I'd be in the mornings coming into school when I was in high school still, and like because I'd go to school to learn, and within a few minutes of just talking to my friends, they could tell if I was on or off my meds just by like sort of my energy, not my energy, more like how much I was, like my responses to them, like just our usual banter, cracking jokes and stuff. Whereas like if I was seemingly more locked in on going on like schoolwork and stuff that day, then they could tell, oh yeah, this guy's in his meds. They could also just tell by how tired I was. Like if I was like super dead tired and just looking at them, and I'm just like, what do you want? I was like, yo, what's good, bro? Then yeah, they can pretty much immediately tell. Whereas if I was off my meds, I'm a lot more like, I guess the word's bubbly. I don't know exactly how to phrase it. Where I'd be like, I'm a lot more joking around. I don't know what the term is for it. Maybe bubbly is the best word. I think you get what I mean though. It's like a lot more open to just messing around and not just working, because I go to school with the mentality that I'm going to go learn, right? Or I'm there to learn. So all I'm thinking about is learning, and that's where like that's what mode my brain is in. I think anyone can relate if you've taken the meds before. Especially like I think it depends on which meds it is as well, like whether it be the instant release or the extended release, because I feel like the instant release ones, so that's like your Riddle and your Dex, they are a lot like more, I don't know what the word is, not noticeable, but like maybe it is noticeable, the impact, or you feel them a lot more, I think is probably the best one. Like I can notice like myself when I'm on my meds, like I can feel the Dex compared to the Vyvanse, because I'm prescribed both. Vyvanse being the long release, so it's like I take 1 in the morning, whereas Dex I'm taking 4 in the morning and then 3 in the afternoon to boost it up, because it only lasts like 3 hours versus Vyvanse, which is like a full day. And yeah, it's like, I don't know, this video is gonna be more so just me ranting and rambling about, because of course every video is gonna be me rambling, but it's gonna be me rambling about just like my experiences with ADHD meds. Maybe other people can relate to those. One thing I want to point out is thanks to everyone who commented on my last video, by the way. It actually was like really nice to see, because the first like 2 days of that video got like, I was like sitting at 4 views, and then I checked it like last night, and it was like, I haven't checked it in a few days. I'm like, no one watched the video, it's alright, I'll make another one eventually, because I'm trying to record these weekly on Tuesdays, because these are like my days where I'm home from uni. I still have classes, like I've got my lecture in like an hour and a half, but what do you call it? It's like no one's home, so I don't really feel, I guess, I don't know if the word's embarrassed, but like, I don't want to be recording these and like talking about these topics when people are in the house. So it's like my time off where I can sort of just say whatever I want without judgment. But yeah, so back to the point. I need coal. I'll have to go find some coal in a bit, as if there's not enough around here. There's a lot around here, dear lord. But yeah, so I'm trying to build this. By the way, this is like my 6th, 7th take recording this video now. I suck at recording these. I'm getting better, but I suck so bad at talking to the microphone. But yeah, I'm getting sidetracked. So I already talked about a bit about like how I guess my friends could tell if I was like on or off my meds just by the way I was acting. And sort of to elaborate on that, right? I feel that when I'm on my meds, I'm a lot snappier. Or I don't know if angry is a term, but like I think people can relate to this. Where if you're focused on a task, so say I'm like sitting down, I'm like in math class, trying to just smash away some math questions, it would not be here. I forget where I've stored everything. That's a problem with this storage system. I forget where everything is because it's like half working. But yeah, what do you call it? Might be in this dump chest. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. What do you call? But yeah, so I'd be a lot more, angry if I was like focused on a task and I was being pulled away from it. So say I was, in math, as I said, being distracted, and someone like, is like, yo, he's like just trying to show me some fucking, stupid meme on his phone or whatever. Yeah, it would piss me off, like to the point like where if I wasn't on my meds, I wouldn't really care. Like I'd be like, it's funny, bro. And I'd probably whip out my phone as well and start showing him memes. But I'm on my meds and I'm in that zone where I'm like locked in focusing and stuff. I'd be like, it would be impossible for me to sort of stop. I had sticks somewhere. I put sticks in it somewhere and I don't know where. Are I gonna find those? Immediately found them. Epic. But yeah, so as I was saying, I feel like, yeah, a lot, like you can't be pulled off from what you're doing. And I think that sort of links into our next point about hyperfixating, because I think the meds help they sort of assist you in hyperfixating. Someone said in my, on the comments of my last video, medication is not a fix for ADHD, but more of a, a tool to assist with dealing with ADHD. I think that the assist part really comes in evident with the meds, where you, like, if you're hyperfixated on something, or if you sit down and just start doing something, you will like want to finish doing that, and you're not going to be happy until you finish doing that thing. And I think it's honestly for the better. Like, I have no complaints with that. I think it's pretty good. But it does suck when when you're interrupted and like you're just like, yo, come do this, right? Like, dad needs help in the garden while I'm at home doing work for whatever. And like I said, I'm working a coding project. My dad needs help in the garden, and I'm like, I get so pissed. Not that I don't want to work in the garden. Like, I don't work in the garden. Like, he wants to go, fucking work in 35-degree weather, Celsius for those Americans. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, so I guess go Google it or just don't care. But what do you call it? It's like I don't mind going and helping, right? But it's just I don't want to do it when I'm in the middle of something. And yeah, I can't speak today. Fucking hell. I kind of find that funny. Yeah, music. I really like my music as well. With my meds, I have like playlists which I only really listen to on my meds, because at the end of the day, they are stimulants. So you're gonna be listening to a lot more, I guess, like loud, stimulating music. Maybe is the word. I don't know if that's just a me thing or if other people can relate to that, because I haven't really met anyone else who has similar music tastes to me. Yeah, it's sort of what it is. Whereas food, right? Food, like, you cannot eat on your meds, and I hate it. Like, I want to be able to eat. I'm trying to gain weight. I'm like 90, so I'm a very big person in real life. I'm like 6'5", but I only weigh 90 kilos, which is still a lot. Like, I'm not skinny, but I want to like bulk properly and actually put on some weight, which is kind of impossible with the meds, because I'll spend like, because I don't know if this is how they work, or if it's just me, and my crazy metabolism, but like I will, what do you call it? I'll be taking my meds, right? And I feel like because it puts your brain under more stress and pressure. It's like it kind of messes with or it uses way more energy than you would normally, even if you're doing nothing. Like, you're just burning energy. Which is, it's good. I know that the meds are used for like weight loss as well, and I don't know if that's part of it, but regardless, you don't really get the desire to eat at all. Like, you lose your entire appetite as you do with like any other amphetamine, I guess. And it's yeah, no, I always find it quite interesting that like I don't want to get someone too. Yeah, cool. They're like, I can't eat, or I have to force feed myself, and that's the one thing I really hate about it. Was this the correct placement? No, I didn't even need to do this. Hold up. I'm throwing. This is meant to be dirt here. I can't build and like do this at the same time. Like, my brain's not designed for this. I can't. There's too much things for me to focus on. Yeah, and this is like what I don't even know if I mentioned it, but this is like my 7th take on this video. I sit here just talking to the computer, right, and I just like start rambling, and when I notice I start rambling, I kind of just restart, because I'm like, yeah, I can probably do this better. Not that I still cut out parts in editing, like you might have noticed. Why are these wrong? Don't tell me I've like lined all these torches up wrong. Okay, no, it's just these ones I've lined up wrong. Cool. But yeah, yeah, I think the meds have both their recreational and like the meds. There's no lie that you can use them recreationally. They're literally sold on the street for like $400, at least where I live. Don't ask why I know that, because I legally can't tell you. But but it's like, I don't know. I find it funny that it affects. Obviously, it affects people without ADHD completely differently to how it affects people with, because like I know people who've like tried them before, who don't have ADHD, and they explain it in ways like, oh, you know, it's a lot more euphoric and stuff, and I can sort of still feel that, but I don't see where it comes into being worth so much. Like it's not that good of a drug, right? This comes from like a massive pothead, or used to be a massive pothead. Thankfully not anymore. That's another video topic I was considering making, is a video on like, what do you call it? On just like the effect of, I guess, just ADHD and weed. Like, I know, I think that's gonna be the running thing for the channel. Will just be, you know, this topic and weed, or this ADHD and this topic, right? So today's one will probably be titled ADHD Medication. So yeah, it's sort of the, I guess, the way I'm running this channel now. But yeah, I'm getting sidetracked from the actual video itself. I want to talk about like recreational use. I used to, back in like COVID, so this is what, like 3 years ago now, 4 years ago. Man, it's been a long time. I'm old. When I was a lot younger, right, this is really unhealthy. I don't do this anymore, nor do I suggest people do this in the first place. But I used to like abuse the meds a lot, where I like, because they give you energy, and those things give you like the energy. I don't know how I would have gone through life without them, because they've saved my ass so many times. Like even for uni, I've been having a really bad sleep schedule. Whereas like, you know, on yesterday I went to uni on like 4 hours of sleep, and I'm waking up at 6 in the morning, and I'm getting home at like, you know, 5 p.m. And the only way I'm surviving those days, right? I don't drink coffee, I don't drink Monster, I don't drink anything with caffeine. I just take my meds, and that sort of pushes me through the entire day. Like those things are literally just, like, I reckon I could I could probably stay up for days on them, and I had for like when I was younger. As I was gonna say, my during COVID I used to play Roblox, this like one oil warfare tycoon, and like me and my friends, it was pretty fun. We just grinded the fuck out of it. It was good times, but we'd stay up all night. Like we'd stay up literally until like 8 in the morning, the group of us, just playing it and grinding it. And we got so far ahead. I haven't played the game in years, but like I think it was late last year I saw that they finally released new content that like was up to where I stopped playing. Because you like, you know, you finish a tycoon, then you rebirth, and then you finish tycoon again, and then you rebirth again, and like it was just so much it was like we were so far ahead in the game because of like that 2-week period where we just binged the fuck out of that game. And yeah, no, I just kind of just cracked me up. Am I doing the same problem again? No, I'm not. Cool. I was gonna say, no way I'm doing this again. Now we're chilled. We are chilled, right? Yeah, because I'd go further back. So this would be this one here. Did I do this correctly? I did. Yeah, I can't build and talk. It's hard, man. But yeah, one thing I want to talk about is I kind of miss all the points that I really want to talk about, because there's like, I have some very heavy thoughts on the medication, which more come down to like, what do you call it? Just the negative sides of the medication, which I really hate. So first off, I already sort of covered this. You don't eat at all, which sucks because I'm trying to gain weight, and it's just impossible for me. It's like I won't eat for like 1 day because of the meds, and I'll just lose all the progress I made in the last like 3 weeks, and I've just been stuck at 90 kilos ever since. I'm not like complaining. 90 kilos is still a lot, but I'm trying to get to 100 because I want to be a big motherfucker. But yeah, but like, what do you call it? I've talked about that anger, like, or sort of the frustration that comes when you're like in the middle of like, when you're focused on tasks and stuff and you're trying to finish it, and you're just getting distracted, and it pisses you the hell off. And that's something that just, yeah, it kind of just sucks, but it is what it is. But one thing I like, probably the most prominent thing, I think probably that everyone who's taken meds for a long time and has experienced this can like probably say they hate the most, is like that feeling when you're a zombie. Oh my god, I fell. When you're a zombie who's just like, you come home from a long day on your meds, especially when you're tired. If you had like no sleep, it makes it way worse. But to calm down, because there are, at the end of the day, they're literally amphetamines. They're like in the name, right? So you got dextroamphetamine or whatever it's called. I forget what the compound name for I can't speak. I forget what the compound name is for like Concerta or Ritalin. Like Dex is, I think, dexamphetamine or something. And like they're stimulants, right? And the come down from these, because they are at the end of the day they are drugs, and the come down from them is like just horrendous. Like it sucks. Like I'll come home, I'll have no energy to do anything. I'll literally have things I want to do, and this sort of brings you back to my last video with my commitment issues. Sometimes you'll have like those, you know, you'll go home that day, like, you know, you'll be at uni, like, yeah, when I go home I want to, you know, finish working on this video, right? Finish working on this project. I want to go back to practicing the guitar. You'll get home and you'll just die, and you just like, your body just kind of shuts down, goes, nah, we ain't doing shit today, dog, and it just sucks. Like, I hate it. Yeah, it pisses me off. It's like, I don't know what to do about it either, because the only real way to sort of deal with it is to take more, but obviously you're not going to do that. Because then you want to sleep, because if you in my experience, if I take my meds past like 3 p.m, I'm not falling asleep that night. Like, they just keep me awake. So it's like those balancing act between taking your meds and keeping your sanity. And I feel bad for, I guess, my parents and stuff, because they have to deal with me while I'm in that zombie phase. I don't know how to like put it into words, and this is why I probably should think through, or like sort of think about my videos more before I start recording. Yeah, I write dot points down. Like, I've got my second monitor, just some dot points out, things I want to talk about. But I probably should elaborate on them more, because is this way, right? I can't see. But like, what do you call it? I'm just trying to think of how to word this. My brain just sort of shuts down. My body physically dies, and you get this weird fuzzy feeling. I don't know if it's just me, but I get this sort of weird fuzzy feeling in my body when it like sort of goes into shutdown. And all I feel like doing is just going up into my bed and just curling up my blanket. But like, it sucks because I'll kind of sit there, and especially when you're not like, or I don't know if this is sort of just a combination between lack of sleep and the meds, but I'll have times where I'm sitting in my living room at like 3 in the morning on a school night, or I guess now a uni night, and it's just like, I know I'm meant to go to sleep. I can't fall asleep because I'm not tired because of the meds, and I'm sitting there absolutely still, and I sit there still for like ages without like a single thought in my brain. Like, I'm just sitting there like a fucking husk, and just like, just like kind of staring at the wall or something. And it's just, yeah, it's the most like, I guess disassociative experience. Not the most, right? But you definitely disassociate a lot from it. That's another video I want to talk about, was disassociating. That's an idea that I have for a video, because I have a lot of, I guess, things to say about that. But yeah, I don't know. It just sucks. Like, I love the meds for how much they help me, but the downsides of them just kind of piss me off. And I think the zombie, like feeling like a zombie in the evening, like feeling like this guy, where he's just kind of just, I don't know, he's just tweaking out. Actually, he's not a good example, but like, maybe the skeleton's a good example. Just kind of standing there through the rain, through everything, sort of just dealing with it. Not a thought, not a movement, just like, just sitting there, and you're, I don't know what the word is. No, you're not in pain. You're not hurt. You're just numb. You're not even like there mentally. You're like asleep, but you're not asleep. And yeah, I don't know how else to put that into words. So hopefully that sort of comes along. This video has been very rambly, so I'm sorry for those people watching. And we're closing in on the 20-minute mark, so I don't know how these videos end up being so long. Like, I don't even mean for these to be so long, but they kind of just become so long, so I'm sorry. Like, I try to aim for like 10 to 15 minutes, but they can't always be like 20. But yeah, one thing with like taking, or I guess using it recreationally, if you're binging on it or whatever, just having like, taking it, staying up for days, being full degenerate, especially if you're a stoner, you probably know this term, hijacking. I'm not going to go into it because this is YouTube. I don't think it's a good idea to go into this. I don't want to get my channel deleted. But if you know, I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, hijacking is great. Awfully great. Like, I don't recommend, like, you shouldn't be doing it. It's an addiction, so don't. Because it gives you'll start taking them just to do that. It's so stupid saying out loud, but like, yeah, I know, I try not to do it anymore, so I'm kind of happy about that. But yeah, it used to be a problem for me as well. So yeah, always use these, these, even if you're prescribed them medically, use them responsibly. Don't be like me. Don't be an idiot who abuses them. Because they do fuck you up. I think that a lot of my problems nowadays, like related to, like, I guess, depression stuff, or just like my mentality in general, stems from my drug usage. Because I used to do like a lot of things. I never really did, I never did coke or anything, right? But I did a lot of psychs. I'm a big psychedelic guy. Like, I love psychedelics. I love like sort of peering into my mind and challenging myself and getting those insights. And that's a video topic I want to make one day. But oh my lord, I don't know. I don't know if I want to make that because I have a lot of things I want to say, and I've been trying to word like, because my friends ask me what it's like, you know, doing, you know, LSD, doing shrooms, which I've done like plenty of. And I don't do them anymore because I realize that it actually does make you like mentally, like just, you know, bong 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 in your head, like hollow. Especially when you're young, like I was doing this when I was like 17. I spent, yeah, like my entirety of like being late 16, like early 17s, I was one hell of a junkie, like mainly for just shrooms and tabs, and like every few weeks I'd be taking them for the entire year, and that, yeah, definitely was not good. So I'm glad I've stopped. Yeah, I wish I could go back and tell myself to wait off, but it is what it is. It's too late now. But yeah, that sort of also brings our next point, like long-term risks or effects. I think, or one of my biggest concerns with it is heart rate. I'm always curious about how my heart rate is going to be, like sitting down, just like in class, my heart rate would be like the highest in the room just by doing nothing because of the meds. And I wonder what the risk of that is going to be like with, like, you know, I guess heart cancer, failure, whatever you want to call it. These are placed wrong. So I'm always wary of that, which is why I also don't abuse them anymore, because it's just, you know, super unhealthy. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. This video might actually just be, I might remake this video because this kind of sucked, I won't lie. This is some things I didn't really talk about as much as I wanted to. But yeah, thanks for watching if you are watching and if I do upload this. And I'm going to call you out again as my last video. What are you doing, bro? You know, it's go to sleep. It's like 3 in the morning for you on a Thursday. Absolute random guess, but if I got spot on the clock and date right there, then yeah, get fucked. Go to sleep, bro. It's not worth staying up watching another video. You're not gaining anything out of this. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any ideas or things you want me to try to talk about in next videos, please give me suggestions in the comments. Like, I'm spending my entire day thinking about these in the back of my mind, and I'm struggling to come up with ideas. Like, at first I was thinking about making this just a video whenever I felt like it. It's like once a month, once a year, whatever. But not recently I've been thinking I might try and make this a weekly thing, just because I want to get into a routine for Tuesdays, and I guess my Tuesdays routine now is wake up, record one of these, and do my uni work. So yeah, if you have any ideas, chuck them in the comments. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.